listen quietly and follow along. It's important that you know this. At any point, click the pause button to check your understanding or to take a break.
Hey guys, Miss Dykeman here. Today I'm going to show you the kiln, and we're going to talk about the kiln, the parts of it, and how your clay project is fired in this kiln. But first, what is a kiln? A kiln is essentially a large oven that gets up to like 2,000 degrees, extremely hot. And the kiln is used to fire your art project in clay once it is completely dried out. So a project just like this one, it will be placed in here on many levels of shelves, so we can fit a lot of projects all in the oven at once. Pretty cool. Something you should know, that when your clay is being fired, it may sometimes blow up. Oh, it sounds scary, but I guarantee you it happens. And why that happens is because when your clay is drying and it's getting fired in the oven, there is some air pockets that trap the air in the clay. Where is that air gonna go? It can't go anywhere, so the project's gonna technically explode. When a project explodes, and it does happen sometimes, it could damage the projects around it. So as an artist, if you can tell yourself, this is normal and I have to accept that this might happen when it goes in the kiln. It's the risk of doing ceramics. And that's part of learning and having fun. You just never know. So, but it may damage the project due to just around it. I don't want you to worry about that, but I also want you to know that your clay project is going to go in here a second time. Once we apply glaze to your project, the kiln is used for that as well. And it's also going to get pretty hot during that time as well. So let's talk about the parts of the kiln. This here is like the temperature gauge and how I set the temperature and what kind of firing we're going to be doing. It also shows how hot the kiln is. It's very important that when you see this kiln is running, you do not touch it or mess with it. So, but I have some kiln shelves right over here. And I'll just kind of show you what they look like. They're pretty heavy. This is what your project sits on. Pretty cool. So it's important that you apply no glaze to the bottom of your project. Otherwise, it's going to stick to the kiln shelf. And I'll have to break your piece off with maybe a hammer or something. Not fun. But don't worry, we're going to learn about clay when we're building and glazing, so that won't happen. Alright, we're going to put the kiln shelf back. Okay, so I'm going to show you a little bit of the kiln so you get to kind of take a peek inside. And I just want to do one last safety thing. We're going to have signs that will tell you when it's safe to kind of be around the kiln and to be hanging up your artwork back here at Campbellsport Elementary. This is a sign saying the kiln is off, meaning it is safe, it is completely cooled down. And when you see a red sign and yellow, meaning warning, stop, stay away, the kiln is on. This is for your safety, okay? If you do see anything really weird with the kiln, if an adult notices anything, then they should contact maintenance or me. But it should be good to go. Let's take a look inside the kiln.